Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend. When they lay me down to rest, I know I was always repping. Oh my God, my whole life.
All right, Mike, welcome to the podcast, and it's my honor to introduce you, so go ahead and tell your story, tell the people who you are and what you're about.
Thank you for having me. First of all, good morning, everybody. My name is Mike Mitchell. I hail from New Orleans, Louisiana. Thanks to Katrina, I landed in Dallas, Texas. Been here since 2005, and I'm a father of two handsome, intelligent young men. I'm a husband to a beautiful lady that keeps me grounded, keeps me in line. And I also represent Optimum Fitness right here in Dallas, Texas, as VP of Talent, Marketing, and the right-hand man of Prince Harrison. So, just glad to be here, man. Thanks for having me again.
Of course, man. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with ground one, what made you who you are. What got you into bodybuilding and the adversity that you had to face for over that?
Well, competitive bodybuilding is something that I've always been interested in. So there was, I got to tell you this quick story. So there's a 10-pound dumbbell, and I'm like maybe 6 or 7 years old, and my cousin Dwayne, rest in peace, who was actually the family's original bodybuilder growing up. He left that dumbbell, and every day I used to try to go and pick it up, and my grandmother would always shun me away from it. She's like, "You're too young to be picking it up." So every day I try. I'm telling you, every day I tried to pick this thing up, and I might have been about 11, and I finally could do one curl, and that was actually my introduction to it. So I just always followed the big guys. My favorite being Arnold Schwarzenegger, of course. Sergio Olivia. I used to like to grab the magazines my dad had. He was into it. So you might say I was just surrounded by it, man. When you look at it, you may kind of think it was my calling, because I was always around bodybuilding. I practically grew up in a gym. So I guess nature just took its course, man. So,
that's awesome.
That's how I got it.
And how's your family take with your whole bodybuilding experience and your aspirations in the sport?
My family is super supportive. I couldn't do it without them. My wife, from day one, when I made the transition from the music industry, there's a real deep story on that. You gotta give me like 4 more podcasts to tell that story. But my wife has always been super supportive of it. My first competition, she was pregnant with our second child, and she was, still cooking fish, asparagus, through the whole prep. And she's the wife who just gives you that gym bag, a kiss, and tells you to go get it done. I never have to deal with the whole, what time are you getting back and who are you training with? It's just go get it done. And I think that's a testament of my dedication to it and my consistency, to show my wife how serious I am about this and how dedicated I am to it. So,
do you test a lot of your success to your family and your wife? Like, is she
yes,
a big part of your motivation? What moves you forward, and your children, of course?
Yes, my wife and sons are in every single workout. I just want to give them the best life possible. Getting older, you start to kind of put things into perspective. A lot of things you don't think about when you're young, and the older I get and the more mature I get in this business, it's more about setting up life for my family. So every day, the few days that I kind of get to that point where I'm tired, I'm hurting, I open that gym door and it's behind me, because I'm thinking about the family. I'm thinking about improving life. I'm thinking about continuously being that example for them of consistency and training. And that's my way of giving love back, man.
Nice. What is the biggest adversity that you faced in the sport of bodybuilding and life?
I worked a corporate job, like most, for the most of my bodybuilding career. It gets a little difficult sometimes to separate the office from training. It got a little difficult at times. I'm no longer doing that, but during those preps, it was quite the balancing act. to deal with customers and folks who really don't have the desire or love to do what I do and really not understand what I'm doing. So as you know, in bodybuilding, the biggest part of it is lowering your cortisol levels and keeping those low and keeping calm. In corporate America, if you've worked corporate America, been around that environment, you know that's like blood pressure rising heaven, if you will. So it was quite the battle from time to time, just making sure I kept myself calm and not turning into the picture that they expected. Hulk smash, the guy that just gets upset all the time. So I had to really work on keeping myself cool and just getting the work done and not really focusing on too much of one or the other. So it was about balance. So the biggest adversity was really trying to hold a job while uh, living out my dream, if you will. But God made a way. So
Yeah, that is such an inspiring story because for myself, I do like a podcast, I train, I do a 9 to 5 job. What is advice that you can give myself and other the viewers and people that will be listening later, that how do you really succeed? How do you, in your brain, how do you get your mental state really prepared, how to move forward through the different worlds you live in? Because fitness, 9 to 5 job, and your dream
yeah,
is all different worlds. How do you cope with all of that?
you know what? The things you can control, preparation. Making sure that you're getting up early enough to get things done to where you're not rushing. I found that when we put things off and we do things at the last minute, it usually causes a little more stress. One of the many things that Coach really got on me about over the years. Shout out to Alex Soche at Foundry. Is that you gotta prioritize better time management. Um, you got an hour cardio to do in the morning. Don't wait to do it an hour before work. Get up a couple hours earlier. So that means you got to go to bed at night. So it's just preparation for me, controlling as much as you can, and if you can control your time, and if you can make better decisions on how you use that time and how you plan out things, that usually adds a little bit more to your success rate.
Yeah, because changing like different mindsets is very hard, and especially like you go to 9 to 5, you're dealing with customers all the time, and then you got have to change to a. For me, it's an interviewer, and then now I'm full time training with a wonderful person that was on the podcast 2 weeks ago named Alex, and
Yeah,
the thing is, it's hard to change the mindset because once you're like, let's say your 9 to 5 just put you in that one mood. You just dealt with a mean customer, or depending on what your job
yeah,
is, and it puts you in that mood. It's like, man, it's going to affect my training. Now, how do you switch that kind of mindset? Like, oh man, I just dealt with this a-hole. Now I'm here, and I'm not really feeling this cardio because everyone, man, I don't
yeah.
know a single person that don't that likes cardio.
Oh,
So,
what are you kidding me? I absolutely love cardio. Cardio is nah.
which
Seriously,
cardio? Which cardio? You running 6 miles?
listen. I despise it like the next man, and I don't give a damn who hears it. I don't like cardio. Everybody knows it. But let me say this. So I've learned to utilize that energy, man. When I work corporate America, I work customer service mostly. I'm dealing with angry ATM customers all day long, owners, end users, my boss at the time. And what I would do, seriously, what I would do was literally make a mental note of each person that ticked me off, and I would go to the gym that day and I would release like you wouldn't believe. I used it as fuel. I used it as motivation, and that may be difficult for some people, but I think if you keep the goal in the front of your mind, if you continuously throughout the day keep that one goal in your head, what the thing that you want to accomplish most in the gym, be it training for a show, be it training for life, be it whatever that goal is, keep that in the front of your mind, and that will supersede, in most cases, any feeling of agitation you have, any feeling of being down or turned off, not wanting to get it done. Keep the goal first. The goal will take care of it, and keep positive people around you, man. Keep folks around you that will motivate you. It always works out where if I'm in a situation mentally where I just don't want to do it, that phone's gonna ring, and it's gonna be one of three people. It's either my coach, my best friend, or my wife. And somebody's telling me what I need to hear without knowing what I'm going through. Just the feeling. So, the more positive, focused folks you have around you, the higher the probability is of somebody firing your ass up to get up and do what you need to do. And if you ever get down, you can always call me, Jay.
I
I'll
got
be
you,
right
bro.
there for you, buddy. I'll have some emojis ready to go, man.
And I like that you brought that up with the group of people, because really it's like that saying that goes, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. And if
Yep,
you surround yourself
that's
with
true.
people that will bring you up, then there's no reason not to succeed.
That is
Like-minded people will
absolutely true.
always chase. Like,
Very true.
so with all this success and adversity that you've faced, my biggest question now when it comes to your past is, what is your biggest failure and what did you learn from it?
Hmm. Biggest failure. I would say not being the grandson that I should have been. And this is something that really nobody knows. I'm giving you some firsthand information on my first podcast, man. So my grandmother, towards the end, she was stricken with pancreatic cancer, and this woman put me first. My mother was 17 years old when she had me. Uh, my mom and dad were literally married, 17 and 18 years old, their kids. And my grandmother kind of took the responsibility of raising me while my mom got her life together. Um, so she did everything for me. Raised, cooked, clean, all of the above. Taught me the word of God, made me the man I am. And when she needed me the most, I was a young guy, just getting out in the dating world and being selfish. And I wish I would have been there for her more at the end. And it actually kind of caused a rift between my great aunt and myself, because she was there to take care of her and kind of watching me go in and out, not really do anything other than the required efforts that they put before me. But I would have to say that I failed my grandmother at the end, and that's something that I had to live with, pray about. But I've made a point in life to try to really be a better friend, husband, uh, co-worker, all of the above to people, and really try to be there for people, and really try to show them that they've got a consistent person in me. Uh, so yeah, that's probably the biggest failure that I've encountered in life.
And I'll put my money on it that she's very proud of you right now.
I hope so, because the thing is, a lot of folks ask, how did you get to this level of calm and how, so helpful? And it's the way I was raised. It's the way Hazel Morris raised me to be. Mindful of things around me, but always giving a helping hand. This lady will help anybody, man. I mean, she was the neighborhood uh, watch person before there was one, and she taught me that take care of home, take care of your family, take care of your friends. That's why God put you here, to help somebody. So I've really picked it up and tried to run with it, man.
That's awesome. And I can definitely tell that you're that person, because ever since day one that I've met you, you've inspired myself as well. And you're one of the big reasons why I started this podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
because you
Wow.
inspired me to chase my dreams. And I'm one of those people that came from like a very dark background. And then I told myself,
Yeah.
I was like, I got to save more people because I don't want them to face what I face. And when I met
Yeah.
you kind of gave me that strength with your words, and seeing how you operate inside the gym, see how you operate with people, gave me the courage to throw my face in front of the camera and then throw my words out in the world. So
Well,
I
I'm
appreciate it.
happy. I'm happy I could assist in that realm, man. I mean, you, she always told me to do things in a positive way, and to you never know who's watching. So that means a lot to me. That means I did something halfway right.
You did good, man. More than halfway right. Now we touch people all over the
Thanks,
world.
man. Thank you, brother.
So
Appreciate it.
I do get a lot of messages through the people that listen or watch, and the
Mhm.
biggest adversity that the people are talking about is the mental health and what the world's
Yes.
going through right now. And let's say family
Yes.
adversity, being stuck at home, or just things just not working out. If
Yeah.
someone approached you right now and go, man, I just don't have the confidence in myself. I don't know what I want to be anymore. Like I'm stuck in a box. And how would you approach that? What would be the advice that you give them? Because we got to help these people out, man.
I would actually, I've had that. Mental health is on, it's a crisis. Um, Another one of the many things I've been blessed with is the experience of having the chance to get a degree in psychology. That really helped me out to not play the role of a psychologist. Don't get me wrong, but just to understand what how the mind operates and how things affect people. And we were all affected, obviously, by having to change lifestyles and forced to be secluded, if you will, for a long time. And you have to kind of go back to the basics. You have to go back to if you're grounded, if you have that support team around you, or if you don't, it's very beneficial to make sure that when you're speaking to people, you give them the words of encouragement. You let them know that it's going to be a brighter day. Um, Ask them, how can I help you? What are you going through? Take 5 minutes and just listen to somebody. A lot of times people want to talk to you, but they kind of get the notion that you might be in a rush. Or I try to stop and talk to as many people as I can for that reason, because you never know what words that you can give that may save a life. Um, I would tell that person, first of all, if you don't have a relationship with the creator, then you need to get one and you need to form one. Um, get that person on that track. Offer some spiritual words of encouragement, and let them know that you're going through the same thing. Another thing that I found, folks that look at us like everything's perfect and beautiful, it's not. We go through the same struggles you do. I got family. I got fired June 25th from my corporate job, man. Um, 16 years of work, 15 days missed, and 4 of those days were for my family. That's HR telling this, but they still let me go. And it was the end of the world for me for about 30 minutes. And then I got another phone call with another opportunity. But at the same time, I mean, we all go through things together. And I think the important thing is to just remind people that you too, like them, face challenges, and just hear them out. Just talk to them and try to offer those confident words that things will get better, and just listen.
How did you handle the losing your job? Like what was the next opportunity that called you?
So this story, but so the day HR delivered the news, as they're delivering the news, I'm getting a phone call from a good friend of mine, now my business partner, and hadn't spoke to him in about 6 or 7 months. And he called with an opportunity to partner in a gym. And this has been a lifelong dream of mine. One day open my own gym. Um, so I get off with HR, I give him a call back, and he's like, "All right, man, you ready to go into business?" And I'm like, "Okay, you'll never guess what I just got done doing." And I said, "Yeah, I just got fired." He was like, "Okay, well, you have no excuses now. So come on down here and talk to me about partnering up." So that was an opportunity right after one door closed. So before that, the backstory, that you talk about the guy who felt like, the world was coming to an end. I had been furloughed since March. I was like one of the first people that got furloughed with the company. So March of that year, I'm walking around still trying to find work and still trying to figure it out. So I spent a lot of days kind of just driving around. It might have been a week before I actually told my wife what happened. And we both worked from home, and I just kept opening my computer, pretending like I was working, but I was too embarrassed to tell her that I gotten furloughed. So, you know, thankfully, somebody came up to me in CVS, and they said, "Wow, you normally happy and bubbly, you look kind of down today." And I told them, I said, "I just lost my job, and this is after the furlough." And it's just like, "Well, don't worry, things will be all right, man. You're a good guy, and hopefully something will come along." And right then and there, God hadn't failed me yet, so why would He fail me again, ever? Excuse me. So I just started praying, and I got my coach. He won't let me quit. He won't let me be down. I got weekly updates to write every week, where I discuss, everything from how the training went to home life to work life. And in that summary, if I put anything in there about me being down, we're gonna talk about it. So I can't get down for any reason. I just have way too much love around me, and that's what we got to put around other people. Put that love around other people so they feel that love and they feel that energy. So
Yeah, with the right support system, you can achieve anything.
absolutely, absolutely, love is powerful.
It is. And your gym is fully operational, and it's in Dallas?
So yes, it's up and it had already been operational. IV Fit Addison, it's an extension of IV Bars Addison. So it was actually built as a rehab facility, and the building came to my partner and they said, "Hey, would you mind opening it up to the tenants in the building?" So it's more of a studio size gym. We got enough weight for you, Jeremy. Don't worry. I got a squat. I got a hack squat. I got all the weights you need. But it's really catered to personal training, maybe about 20 people at a time. So it was already there, and I kind of just walked right into the opportunity with Aaron and Aaron Roberts. Shout out to Aaron and Prince Harrison, my other partner. So I'm blessed, man. Here we are, and actually next weekend we'll be doing a come on over and get to know us. So everybody in the audience who's listening, if you're free, if you got some time next Saturday, 11 to 2 p.m., 3939 Beltline, Suite 775. Come and get some Momo's Donuts. Come have a good time with us. Come hang out for a little bit. It's going to be a drawing, giving away some prizes. Got some folks there you might want to meet and greet. We got some good things happening. So, more on that later, though.
Oh, man. Well, I'll be there, bro.
Absolutely.
I'll take all my business partners, too, to give you some support. So if anybody wants to be as big as Mike, you might as well, show up there and see how he's doing.
That's right. Come on over. Be big. Me.
So we touched on mental health and everything with adversity. We got like about 4 more minutes until we start doing our shout outs. It's a little smaller episode, but Mike is a busy man. So,
well, it's Sunday. It's Sunday, man, and I got to zoom in with my pastor.
There you go.
God first. If you know me, listen. If you are not about what God does and how God moves, then I'm not the guy for you, because I'm going to Jesus you to death, because I am that guy. Yes, I am. I have seen too much. I've gone too much to doubt it. And if you doubt it and if you don't believe it, call me. And by the end of that conversation, I guarantee you we'll be on the same path. That's right. One soul at a time, baby.
It is, man. One life at a time, one soul at a time.
That's right. That's right. That's how we do it.
Yeah, me and Jesus are on the same ball game. We're about saving people, man.
That's right. Pastor Webb, I'm coming. Jeremy holding me up. I'm coming.
I got you, brother. All right, so mental health and religion, I agree, has a huge thing, because I tell people if religion isn't your thing, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, of course, but if religion isn't your thing, faith and belief and spirituality, just you have to believe in something, because I believe a person that doesn't believe in anything will be empty. Because a couple podcasts ago, the viewers did hear that if you feed your soul, you feed your life, and you will be happier. Right. And find something to feed your soul. If it ain't the man upstairs,
the soul is the constant.
Find something to feed your soul.
The soul is the constant. The soul never stops. And that's I think that's what we misconstrue as humans. We kind of get caught up in what we see. We kind of get caught up in the day to day. We never kind of sit down and really let our minds roam free and really focus on other things out of this world, out of our comfort zone, if you will. Seeing life from a different plane. Kind of getting curious enough to really dig into how things manifest and how the world really moves. So I'm there.
One last thing before we do the last shout outs. What is your future going to look like? What's Mike in 5 years? What's your plan?
I plan to be an IFBB pro in 5 years. I plan to have competed in the 212 division at the Olympia, and I plan to make a way for young children to find an education through my means, meaning Project Iron is my 5-year plan. I plan on making sure that kids are educated in coding, nutrition, training, invested in our future. I see that in my life. we don't pay enough attention to our children and the many things they're going through with this whole pandemic. I've been blessed to have a 10-year-old son. He's autistic, and I work with him every day. For 7 years, I've been competing straight. I was in Pittsburgh 2 years ago, and I just asked God for some time off. Be careful what you pray for. But that time off did allow me a chance to get closer to my son and to really, be there to help him on a daily basis. So, teachers go through a lot, and I have a whole new respect for teachers. And it really forced me to start thinking about how I can help, how I can assist. So that's what I want to do.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And
Project Iron coming soon.
Oh man, that got me all excited. Got me the bubblies, man. I'm gonna be there every step of the way with you, man.
Thank you.
I can definitely see you become one of my closest friends because I want you to know this. I look up to you. I respect you, and I look up to you, who you are, and every day I strive to be a better person myself. I'm not perfect by any means, but thanks to you and the people that I'm connecting with business and personal life, you guys are helping me out a lot. So I appreciate that.
Thank you, bro. And I'm glad you took things, in this direction. You believed in yourself, and all those talks we had in the locker room. I remember the first conversation we had. I felt like it was meant to be. And a lot of people may walk past people that work at Lifetime in certain departments, but I respect that because guess what? I was there too, and I have tremendous amounts of respect for people in all walks of life and whatever job description you're in. So I'm glad I took the time to talk to you, and I'm glad we've built what we have over the last couple of years.
Yes, sir. Well, we got about 3 minutes, man. How do we find you, man? How do we find you?
So IG is the Mohawk Mike 21. That's Mohawk with an E. So he'll put that up so you can see it on Facebook. You can follow me or like me at the Mohawk Mike. I'm also available on OptimumFitness.com, the website. Where we have tons of products, tons of information. We got the new apparel going. Mr. Prince Harrison, Swan Graydon, that's the team. And coming soon, Hawkfit LLC. That's my personal website. But for now, just follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you right back. Send me a message if you have any training or nutrition questions. I'll do my best to answer. But it's a family. I don't look at people as followers. I look at people as family. I don't like the term follow. The hell with follow. We family. If you down with me, send me a message. Let me know what you heard, what you thought about the conversation today, and we'll talk further.
There you go. And everyone that's also following me, I will be posting up this Saturday the address, the spot to go meet Mike. I'll be there. Probably my business partner's gonna be there. My girl will probably be there, so I'll probably bring the whole family there.
Open workout. And it's an open workout, so bring your gear. We're gonna have some IFBB pros there that are, hopefully I can get Big Joe Mackey to run folks through a few workouts. Shout out to Joe Mack, my man. Johnny Jackson may pop through, IFBB pro strongman. So we got a couple folks coming by. So make sure you bring your workout attire and get your butt kicked for an hour by some folks that really love doing what we do. And yeah, come on through. And you'll have a donut at the end of it. It's your last donut, because you got to get on your diet after that. So, there's nothing wrong with a little sugar. It's when you eat the sugar. I'll go into that next time. Sugar's good. It's when you eat it, when you do it after workout, stuff like that. So, yeah, come by afterwards, get a donut, and kick it with your boy. Yeah.
All right, Mike. It's been a pleasure, brother, and I appreciate you jumping on.
Hey, God bless, man. Shout out to you and the family, and thanks for having me, brother. And I love you, and anything I can do for you, you got my number. Hit me up.
All right, brother. See you next time.
All right, now. Peace. Take care.